everyone, and welcome to Virtual Craft Night, hosted by the Greater Sudbury Public Library. Tonight, I'll be showing you how to make 3 different versions of a face mask with items you might have around the house. Keep in mind, these are non-medical face masks. They're simply meant to be a covering for your face that you can use when you're out and about picking up essential items. The best part, none of these projects require sewing. So let's start things off with our materials list. For the first version of the mask, you'll need a bandana or fabric square that is somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 by 10 inches, a couple of hair elastics. The kind that are covered in some kind of fabric will likely be more comfortable around your ears. And you may also choose to include a coffee filter into your design for added protection. Our second version will require nothing more than a pair of scissors and an old t-shirt that you don't mind cutting up. This version also allows the option of a coffee filter insert, so you may want to have a second one handy. Our final version requires a clean sock and a pair of scissors. If you have an interest in customizing your face masks, feel free to gather up some supplies for decorating. I recommend permanent markers, fabric paint, or a needle and thread. Finally, you might find a ruler handy when making your cuts for versions 2 and 3. We're going to start off by laying out our bandana or fabric square on a flat surface. You're going to fold the bandana into quarters using a barrel roll fold, meaning you are folding up and not by making any weird zigzag or back and forth moves. Next, you'll slide an elastic onto each end of your rolled up fabric, moving them towards the middle, leaving about 6 inches of fabric in the center, and an equal amount of fabric on either side of the elastics. Fold the outside fabric from the left side to the center, opening up your barrel roll so you can see inside the pocket of fabric. Fold the outside fabric from the right side to the center and tuck it into the pocket of the left side. Flatten everything out, and there you have it, a ready-to-wear mask. If you decide to include a coffee filter into your design, you're going to start by folding your fabric up 2 times, then folding the coffee filter and adding it to the 3rd fold. Continue on with the same steps as previously explained. Start by laying out your t-shirt on a flat surface. You're going to cut along the seam of the sleeve, then set your sleeve aside for a moment. Next, you're going to cut off the seam at the bottom of the t-shirt. Then you'll cut a strip off of the remaining shirt, somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 centimeters or about the width of your finger or thumb. You'll now have a loop of fabric. So make a cut right around the seam so you're left with 2 long strings of fabric. If you pull them tight, they'll make clean drawstring shapes. Grab your sleeve and fold it in half, with the opening of the sleeve towards the top of your workspace. We are going against the natural fold of the shirt here, so that the seam runs along the center of our mask. At this point, if you plan on using a coffee filter, you can fold it into thirds lengthwise and set it aside. Take your strings and run them along the sides of your mask, between the two layers, so that an even amount of string is poking out both the top and bottom. At this point, you can insert your coffee filter between the two layers of the sleeve. Version 2 complete! Lay your sock flat on the table, fold it on its side like you see here. Fold the sock in the middle of the heel and cut off the toes from the folded edge. Make a cut along the edge of the sock that is across from the heel. Fold the heels towards the toes and make a small cut. Be sure to leave at least a pinky's width of fabric at the edge and don't cut all the way through. You want this fabric to be attached at the top of the sock. Unfold your sock and voila! Version 3 complete. Now that you have the skills to make 3 different versions of a no-sew face mask, feel free to use your additional supplies to customize what you have made. Face masks are quickly becoming a way to show off your style, so why not make yours unique? Thanks for tuning in and checking out our no-sew face mask video tutorial. I hope to see you soon for another virtual craft night. Stay well, everyone!